Ready? You're dead. 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 For an emerald, I'm expecting a lot more from your gameplay. We're picking 0. Oh god. It gets worse, boys. It gets worse. We're picking 0. This is confirmed worse than most of the coppers in Spectating Nightmares. Today we'll be revealing why this Emerald player can't rank up. Welcome back to Spectating Nightmares, where we watch some of the worst gameplay, and really it's just all your guys' gameplay. Just gameplay that isn't mine, and it's horrible. Today we're watching a European Emerald 5 on PC, playing on Cafe. So we got a new map today, which is why I selected this one. Some people wonder why I pick the games I do. Sometimes it's the map, sometimes it's the round count, sometimes it's the rank. I like to change it up, I don't know. This guy got the game in 2021, played it on and off, Siege X drop, re-downloaded the game, and then he got to plat, so he started trying because this was his peak. So Emerald 5 is his peak. Knowing how to play my role, droning, and my mental when I'm not fragging. Okay, so this is a player that gets chalked mental based on kills, based on scoreboard. This is not a game that you should be thinking about kills in. Kills come as a result of good fundamentals. But if you're playing for kills and you're not getting kills, then you're not contributing anything, which is when you start to lose your mind. Let's see how this player plays. We'll try to keep in mind that this is his playstyle, and I won't try to change it too much. I'll just try to give him the tips where I can to actually help for once. But again, the more you lean into the fundamentals and map control, etc., the better you'll become, because the easier it will be to get kills. And then when you're not getting kills, you're still being an effective, useful member of the team, because you're still adding pressure, you're still contesting rotates, you're still stopping the defenders from doing what they want. But when you're just playing for kills, that doesn't happen, and that's what I'm assuming is going to happen here in this game. So I like that gate on shop. That's a great Aruni gate. Aruni's a great operator for this site. I mean, you could do this door, you could do the hatches, which forces them to burn utility for the hatches. Okay, we got one on the freezer rotate. Did he put all his down already? It says he has 2 gates still. 5 seconds left before. Oh, what the hell? Okay, anyway, that's just bug. These gates are kind of bad, mainly because if they're already up here at this point, this is why I don't love these gates. I'll show you why. And this barbed wire is also really bad. You should be putting the barbed wire down here on the stairs for if they walk up, you'll have advanced notice. If they are already hitting this barbed wire, guess what? Look at this. If you're putting the barbed wire here, what's the problem? What's the problem with this? Think for yourself for a second. What is wrong with this barbed wire? Well, if they come all the way over here, they're already looking into sight and killing you on sight before they hit the barbed wire. So you're not getting the audio warning. You're not getting an advanced notice. Same thing with these gates. If they're in bathroom, they're already looking into sight, shooting you. They don't have to go through this rotate because they're cutting the entire site in half. They're still maintaining all this control. Why would they need to push the freezer? Jumping through freezer is actually bad for them because now they're exposing themselves to multiple angles and they're losing this, essentially what is a power position, because they have cover and they're just holding a deadly cross. So this is actually helping them, if anything, honestly. And this gate, like if they're pushing to the rotate at the end of the round, like something has gone horribly wrong already at that point. So you want to hold map control. You want to hold this ground. You want to stop them early, stop them from dropping these hatches, because they are really just choke points right from the start. But if you just give them these choke points, now all of a sudden they can gain all this ground. They can add pressure from all these different areas, and they're shooting you from multiple directions on the site. So I don't like the setup already. That's one thing that could definitely improve. I hope that makes sense. I hope that helps some people. We are not running the DMR, which is also crazy. The DMR is so good. This guy better be nasty with the Roni. If you're not nasty with the Roni, I'm gonna be disappointed that you're using it, because the DMR is like a 2-shot weapon and it is so good that it's a little upsetting. I understand for console players, a lot of console players like the Roni, or the just don't like DMRs just because they're harder to have that quick trigger. But if you're on PC, a DMR is absolutely disgusting, especially on defense, where you can hold these pixel angles and just do so much damage. Yep, what are you doing, bro? This guy's Emerald. This guy's Emerald and he's just walking under the skylight. You should know they're on the roof looking down into, like, at least look at it. You can't just walk through as if the roof doesn't exist. You got to be aware, like, walking through here is death. This means death if anyone's on the skylight, because they just hold them. It's sketchy. Don't do that ever again. That's absolutely messed up. Okay, so the biggest issue you're having right now is it's been a minute and you're not holding anything. You're just walking around looking for kills. And this is the problem we mentioned at the start. It's like, if you're playing for kills, you're not holding any map control. So the problem is they could walk up white, and look it, because your barbed wire's here, they can walk all the way up, and what can they do? Just hold a head glitch on this hallway. You're not winning this fight. You're not winning this fight unless you like hit a nasty shot, but they have such an advantage that you're just, why give that to them? Why give them that advantage? And you're just walking around because you don't have any map control. Like, if these guys are smart, they have a guy white, they have a guy dropping the hatches, they're in piano already, they're holding this hallway, and now they have a pinch on everything. They get on the rappels, they're on the skylight, everybody is dead on site. Like, this setup is garbage, is what I'm trying to say. You want to hold the space of the map. That is the biggest flaw I'm noticing so far. Honestly, this is comparable to most of the bronze and copper Spectating Nightmares we've been watching. You're staring at your teammate. Why? Like, they can't be there. Your dock is here. Why are you aiming at the dock? Aim at the spot where they could be. White stairs, 90 hall. Thank you. He's turned around at least, so he's at least a little bit aware. But again, like, if we're gonna play down here and hold this, why not put the barbed wire down here? Now you don't have to worry about it. Or put it down 90 hall and barricade this door. Like, also, why are you playing down here? You have 2 teammates down here already, and you're doing nothing. Like, if they push the site, you guys are going to lose, because you only have 1 dude on there. The Valk's on the other side of the map, so he's not doing anything. He's on cams, which means he could just literally get killed at any second if they drop the hatches for once. And then you guys lose. Like, why is there 3 people underneath with nobody, and none of you have a C4? There's nothing, none of you can do anything down here. It doesn't make any sense. I understand that the doc just killed someone. He did kill someone new hatch, but like, if they just drop red hatch and like, or rappel in piano, like, again, like, there's just so many ways this could go wrong because we're not holding any space. All right, we're checking the cams. Let's see if we do something with this information. You know bottom white's clear, so there's nobody coming white. Okay, you know there's nothing top red. Okay, so where can they be? That's the question you have to ask yourself. You checked all these cameras, you see where they're not. They're not bottom white, they're not in the basement, they're not red. What is left? They're not on your floor, obviously. There's 3 of you down here. Skylight, cocktail windows, hatches. That's it. That's it. New hatch, skylight, cocktail windows. So what happens with this information now? What do we learn? We learn that they can only push from these few areas. And look where they all are, right where we thought they were. So if they execute site, you know, let's say they have 1 smoke grenade and this is smoked off and they're being it and stuff. Like, now they can't stop the skylight dropping because you guys don't have shop control. This guy is in piano somehow because they're just not taking the space, which is really silly of them. But like, if they just execute site right now, they could plant the bomb, be in a post plant, cover it from the skylight. It's gonna be really bad because you guys can't, like, 1 smoke grenade, these guys can't stop the plant. You can plant inner bar, you can cover from the skylight, you've lost the round. That's how easy it is to attack this site. It's that easy, and you got to be ready for that. Instead, you're running around just like kind of aimlessly. I'm glad you're going up now because you've gained the information, so you are acting on the information. This is good. This is much better. And you know, you got your guy Freezer, you're in a good position. You guys have this nice defensive triangle, as we learned in the Oregon guide. A defensive triangle is always going to be nice. Ideally, this doc is, you know, holding this push, but he's holding shop at least, so this is okay. He's beat off as well. Guys on the window, so you drop out. That's fine. That's smart. Now go right back up because you want to get back up to help your team. Why are you alt walking? Why are you walking? Why are you going so slow? Why do you... He's gonna play for the kill. That guy died. All right. I mean, you could jump out. There's pretty much always a claymore on it, at least in my lobbies. You should be claymoring that if you're going to that rappel. So, I mean, you could have hopped out, but there's no need now in a 5v2, 5v3, I guess, at the time. That guy did die. All right, so your teammate in Cocktail has died. What is your game plan? Because you should fill this spot. This is a power position on the site. You need to hold Cocktail. If you don't hold Cocktail, what can they do? Jump in the skylight. If they jump in the skylight, what can happen? Yes, they can plant the bomb and win the round very, very easily. So we have to stop that from happening. So hold the skylight drop. Just aim at it. We don't need to go prone. We don't need to take the stupidest gunfight of your life. This is so dumb, bro. This is so dumb. Dude, if this guy's already holding this, watch this from this perspective. I want you to watch what you just did from a POV of the guy on the roof. This guy's holding this angle because a lot of people will just sit here and hold this doorway. Ready? You're dead. 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 And you just saw it. And you just got the angle now. You just died like 6 times in that amount of time. Now you're holding angle. But again, if this guy's good, he quick peeks it. He sees you're there. You're prone, so you can't run in time. And then you're dead. Like, there's just no need to do it. Make him jump in. All you have to do is stand here and hold an angle. And then when he jumps in, he dies. Like, you just have to stop him from planting the bomb. Stop him from getting in. You don't have to peek aggressively. Oh my God, please run the DMR. That was horrible. That was horrible. Oh my God, dude. You're just actually so bad. You're taking gunfights that are putting you at a massive disadvantage. Like a 90-10. Proning into an angle is a gunfight you don't win if they're holding it already. And you don't know because you're not checking it ahead of time. Like, you could quick peek it, see if he shoots. He doesn't. Okay, now I can go prone and hold the angle. But even then, that's not a 50-50 gunfight. That's a gunfight where you are in the losing advantage. You want to be taking gunfights where you have the advantage. You want to keep the advantage when you take gunfights. Somehow this guy has a 1.3 KD. That's insane. I can't believe you're winning more than half your gunfights. All right, we're playing Clash. That's good. Clash is broken, so I'm excited to see what we got going on here. Let's see the site setup. This is good. I hate these red holes. Honestly, reinforce these red holes almost every time because here's the thing. If you're opening these red holes, it means you have to play coat. And if you play coat, you have to hold the back. Because if you don't hold the back, they can just push through one flash, one nade. They take coat. Now they have coat control. Now they're using the head holes against you. So if you want to make the head holes, you have to play coat. And if you want to play coat, you need somebody on the backside as well, or else it's just a very, very weak setup. And if you have someone on the backside, you need to invest utility. If you have the guys on the backside, you might as well open this wall so we can watch the drop. Otherwise, he's being kind of useless if they don't push the back. And then you have 2 useless guys, and then it's like way harder. So anyway, it just makes way more sense to reinforce the red holes. So good job. Not too much so far. I'm honestly a little concerned about the Clash gameplay we're about to witness based on what happened last round. So you're completely alone right now, which is not good. You're using the pistol instead of the SMG, and this guy could just hop in behind you, but he's not. This is bad to play by yourself because they could just come through reception or here, and then you can't really do much. You would just want one more person to help you out, to be honest. Imagine they just made like a little slit on this window and they're just holding this area, you know? And you just don't know, because it could be hard to hear, especially with, you know, shooting drones, making explosives, whatever. There's also just no value coming out of your shield yet. Like, you should be starting up here. These walls are reinforced. You can start up here and just start not like all the way up here, but you can stand back here, get some info, back up a bit. Then you can kind of check this window with your shield. You should be using the shield to gather info and add pressure to the attack. But so far, we've done neither of the two. Okay, that was better. That was better. That's exactly what I was talking about. Walk up, check the door. You see the guy there. You check the window. Perfect. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was saying. You just did it right after. Perfect. Now you... This is kind of the problem, is you have nobody playing off of you, which makes it tough. I guess this guy is playing the C4 off of it, was the idea. Oh, okay, this is actually this is smart. This is better. The problem is you could do this C4 trick with a bulletproof camera, or the default that they haven't shot. Like, you see them walk in, they cross, then you call the C4. You don't need to play Clash to do it, and you don't need to play like this risky area. You could just sit on the default cam. If you're gonna play Clash, you need to gain the value out of her ability, which is being a pain in the ass. And this is a much better way to do it. You shock them. Are you shocking them? Yes. Okay. You call the C4. Like, that C4 would be so good right now. He never did it. Okay, he's doing it now. He's doing it now. But it's just not well timed. Where are you going? They're all here. Where are you going? Where are you going? You're Clash! Just fucking stand in the hallway. The Flores drone can't do anything. If he sets the Flores drone off, you either walk forward or you walk backward, and they're shocked and they can't do anything. Giving this up is so silly. Oh my god. Because now they can just gain all this space. Like, just hold it. Just hold it. Keep them there. Place your shield. Then pick it up and trick it. I don't know. That was just really bad Clash gameplay. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry. For an Emerald, I'm expecting a lot more from your gameplay. At least he stayed alive. At least he was semi-aware of, like, the potential threats. Like, that's good. You want to be aware of the threats. You want to know what's safe and what's not so that you can maneuver yourself accordingly. Maybe he was just planning, like, I'm just gonna go back to site. But honestly, if you have that much control, you see all three are there and there's 3 left, just stay there. You don't want them to open the wall. You want to waste as much time as possible. You want to make their lives harder. You don't want them to clutch. If they open the wall, they can kill your teammates. It can be harder. There's multiple routes they can push from now. You can get pinched. It's just going to be way more difficult. So honestly, just staying there, wasting more time, adding more pressure is going to be your best bet. We're playing Thunderbird. I think this is a horrible pick, especially because this is pre-new season release. So this is like when Doc still has ACOG. So like Doc is just inherently better. For new season, I don't know. They're kind of the same. It doesn't really matter. I don't think healers are really good picks in Emerald. Like, once you're at Emerald, you kind of have to move away from healers. People have better aim. You're going to get headshot more. I think playing more utility-heavy characters would be more ideal, but also learning how to place the utility, because as we saw in Aruni, we're not getting much value out of our utility. And that's the biggest thing in Emerald. If you want to move from Emerald to Diamond, you need to get as much value as possible out of your operator gadgets, because you've moved away from just shooting back and understanding the map layout. Now you have to learn how to use utility and play off of that utility and hold that space that's so important. And like, even right now, what are you doing? Like, what are you shooting at? Like, hold the space. Hold the space. This is shut. This is gated off. Hold here and wait for someone to try and walk up and clear it. And then you get sledged, you move, you rotate, whatever. But right now, we're not like holding anything. You're sitting on the bomb site, hoping that they don't know how to clear it. Which honestly is a great strat up until Emerald. You know, that would work in Plat. That would work in a lot of things. But instead of spending the time shooting the top of the wall for some reason, I mean, you could go shoot these drones. You could go look for a drone, you know? I don't know. There's so much more value. Like, we want to maximize the value of our time and our abilities. The more you can do that, the easier things are going to be. And the easier things are, the more you win, the more kills you get, etc., etc. I like that you're playing off your teammate. This is great. We're flanking together. We're playing off of each other. This is good. I'm pretty sure you guys are duo queued here. I think he said he really only duos or solos most of the time. But now you're why are you not pushing with him anymore? Now you left him. This guy, like, look at this. This guy is isolating this guy Piano. You know he's above because he was sledging above you and stuff. This is the perfect opportunity to flank together to 2v1 this guy. But instead you left. What was the point of going up with him if you're just gonna leave him? Like, there was no point. Are you worried about him dropping the hatch? I'm confused on the entire decision-making process right there. I think you just gotta stick to the flank with this guy, commit to the flank, because you half committed, and then you came back and died. So either go and flank with him and do it, or don't flank at all in the first place, and then you won't get caught off guard by the guy that's in the spot that you were playing before, because you would still be playing there. So like, it's one or the other. You can't do both. Or we're playing Nomad. I love Nomad. I think Nomad's a very, very good operator. Great in every single rank. Lots of utility to use. Let's see how the attacks go compared to the defenses, because the defenses were a little rough. So we know they're not basement, so we should probably use this drone a little more effectively. Either drive it outside, pick it up, or drive it upstairs and figure out what operators they have. One thing we do notice about like an Emerald player compared to the Coppers, the Bronzes, the Silvers, is the level of commitment they have is a lot higher. Like the confidence, the way they travel the map, the way they check for spawn peaks. This is a silly way to check for the spawn. If you're gonna, don't peek it like this. Why? Look at this. Look at this from this guy's perspective. This is what you have to understand. You see this roof? It's blocking the top of your body. So what happens? This guy can see you before you can see him, because you are exposing your feet. So how do you peek this better? As you can see, he can just pre-fire you. I mean, this guy's fucking horrible, but he can. So instead, you peek up against the wall and peek out off the wall, so you don't put yourself at a disadvantage yet again. So you are literally constantly putting yourself in these disadvantaged gunfights. If you went back through your games and just started thinking about the gunfights alone and what you're giving the enemy versus what they're giving you, you will win way more gunfights. That's something anyone can do in any rank. Just think about the advantages you're giving yourself and you're giving the enemy, and how you can do these things better, and instantly you're going to get way better at this game. Like, it's really just a matter of, especially in this rank, of not giving the other team advantages and stacking as many as you can in your own favor. And I have a fantastic video coming out Saturday, so just 2 days from now, 1 day from now for members. It's gonna be great. So that's going to be something that really helps you learn how to stack those advantages and win more gunfights, which I'm really excited about that video. Nice play off the Monty, just fighting. Just exactly what you want to do. Just play off your teammate, you have the info, confident swing, clap his cheeks. Beautiful. 2v1. Go 2v1, everyone. Like, do it on defense too, though. Like, you almost had it on defense, and then you didn't. It's like, it's what went wrong. This air jab is not going to stop them if they flank red, so I'd hope you put another one on the staircase here. We don't. That was a crazy C4. Now, what do we do here? This is the main hold of this bomb site. Cigar shop and piano. This is the best time to drone, okay? We've cleared the map using the Monty, that's fine. We don't have to be super efficient checking every corner because, you know, it's less likely people are gonna be there. This is where you're hitting the main hold. The Azami piano. This is classic. This is what you should be doing on your defense. You should be holding piano and holding shop. This is a much stronger defense than giving up everything for free. So, now that you're here, you should drone, figure out where they are. There is a mute jammer, which you guys can probably just quickly shoot. It might be risky. Either that or you can just throw the drone over this guy's head. Does Monty have EMPs? That's another question you can ask. He doesn't. Okay, so you can't really drone, actually, in this situation. So what you can do is, you know this guy's here. He just C4'd you. You could just shoot an air jab. You can shoot an air jab through this hole. You just shoot an air jab, launch him out. Monty can fight the piano guy, and you can kill him mute. Because right now you're just waiting for him to peek, which is kind of tough if he doesn't peek, right? So we're stalling out. We want to use our utility. Now, okay, so he's trapped in there, but you air jab you air jab this. That's not doing anything, and he can shoot it. As you can just see, he just shot it. Just air jab this. Okay, look at this. What happens if you air jab this wall? What happens? He runs this way, and it launches him this way, or he launches through the shield and you can shoot him through the wall. Basically, he probably has to come over here, or he's getting disabled. He's getting knocked down. So if you air jab this and start aiming here, this is the only spot he can go at that point. He can't go forward. Like, he can't avoid this air jab in this spot. He can't peek this as its air jab. So he's going to try to run, or it's going to hit him, and you just pre-fire this. So you literally utility, aim, kill, and that's it. He's cleared, and then once he's cleared, because you have this control now, you can fight this piano guy 2v1 him with the Monty, which is so easy, as you saw with the Cav. You can do the same thing that you did to Cav. Instead, you're just leaving again. Like, you still have the utility to do what you want and take the space. Now you're going to push into another disadvantaged gunfight. A gunfight where you have the disadvantage. Why? Because look at this guy's head. You're not hitting that shot, and you're low health. He's gonna land one bullet on anything on your body, and you're going to die if you actually push this. You also don't have flashbangs. If you had flashbangs on Nomad, you would be in a much better spot, because you can also flashbang the guy in shop. You can flashbang him and then air jab, and then he can't shoot the air jab, and then it's just way more likely that you're actually going to win that fight. So bring flashbangs as well. They're so good for playmaking. But the biggest thing is a lack of commitment to the actual space. The lack of commitment to the space and just like the retreating factor of instantly giving up before even trying to take it. Now, you're lucky this guy pulled out a goo mine for some reason. Okay, that's a good air jab because it stops him from pushing the hallway, but yeah, this is okay. Here, wait. Next time, what you probably want to do before you shoot the air jab, you should probably check this angle, see if he's peeking it. And if you realize he is peeking it, that's when you can air jab deep into here. And after that's air jab, he can't swing now. And if he turns to shoot it, you still have that gap of time. Then you can push up here. Then you can push up and try to find the other guy and take that fight. It's not going to be easy because you chose to go white stairs instead of committing to shop, which is much harder. I like that you took the space now. He can't flank now, which is good. But now you've got a pistol out for some reason. Okay, you hit the air jab. It's still winnable. It's just really, really difficult, especially because you're on 1 HP. So you probably should have committed to the... Oh my god, that was actually a nice try. You probably should have committed to the push with Monty a little bit more. Because in this situation, what is the problem? What's the problem, guys? What do we think? Monty died. Why? Because you left him and he had no support. No support. He had smokes. Look, he got this far. He got this far. He just needed the help to do it. So in this situation, if the defenders are not ass, they don't peek you. They just burn your time. You burn your own time. They do peek you. You're holding an angle. This is like you're holding a good angle, and this is a good fight to take for you. Obviously, you have to get kills or get the diffuser. If they don't let you get these free kills, you're not going to win. And better players won't do that. Like this mute, he won't peek this in this situation if he's slightly better. You honestly, I feel like you shot him in the head there. Like, you probably should have won that, to be fair. But at the same time, you are not in a situation that you should have won that. And you want to force situations where you're going to win. And by taking the space and working with your teammates, you are forcing the advantage. You're not relying on the other team to mess up to get it. And I think that's the most important point that these Emerald players and these Diamond players miss, is that they just expect the other team to throw instead of forcing the other team to lose. There's a difference between the two. All right, we're doing a backside take. This castle setup is so bad, dude. I mean, everybody runs it. Everyone's like, castle's the best, but you're doing some of the shittiest setups in the game. They're just so easy to counter, but nobody does it. And this is the way to do it. Like, if they are doing this castle setup, you take the backside for free. You take all of this, you take coat. Guess what? They have these holes open, which is great because that means you can take coat even easier. I mean, unless they're watching it, I guess they could be watching it. This is something you can find out with a drone really quick, but if they're not watching it and you can gain this control, you have a smoke or whatever, you can get into coat, and now you can cut the entire bomb site in half. You literally just sit here the whole round. That's your job if you get coat control. And then you can open this and just push into sight. Like, it's really a pretty easy setup to deal with. You just kind of have to have the right pressure in the right areas. So many people love this back white take, and I feel like it's just because people don't know how to take bakery. Like, this bakery setup is very, very, very weak. They don't have any utility here. They have no utility. All they have is a castle. So guess what? This castle can't play this rotate if you hold him from small window. So now, all of a sudden, he can't play this rotate. He can sit here. He can sit behind this shelf. What happens if you open this castle? What happens if you ash this castle from the window because they don't have ADSs? They don't have mine. You open this castle. Now he can't play here. He has to go behind the rack. One flashbang, he's blind. You can push him and kill him. Like, this is a very, very easy bakery take. All you have to do is open one castle or open one wall. It's why Ace is so good on this site. I think Ace is probably banned. Ace has been banned so much, but Ace or Hibana, you can open this wall, you can see through the entire rack. And because, I mean, they do have this guy bottom red, but again, one flashbang off this wall, you can hop in and kill this guy, and now you have all this control, and now they are completely screwed. Like, these setups come down to breaking them with one piece of utility, which is why they're not good setups. We just need to use that utility and know where to hit to do it, which isn't the easiest thing. So I'm not like completely blaming you, and I like what you're doing as well. This is fine. You just need somebody to fucking open this castle because doing this is really dumb and useless. So maybe Ash is gonna come over and help. Maybe your thermite will come thermite it. I mean, honestly, like, you might as well just thermite it at that point, or grenade it with the sense. Like, there's so many options to just opening this castle, and you should open this castle because by opening this castle, you can sit behind here, crouch behind here, aim down this entire hallway. You know you can't get flanked from coat because it's castled as well, which is nice for you. And now they can't do anything from red hall. They can't do anything here. So what's their only option now? Holding from inside of the bomb site. And when they're inside the bomb site, they're easy to clear, right? You have all these long angles. This Mozzie's probably about to die. You drone them out. You know they're here. And then at any point, you can come through this hallway and shoot them all in the side of the head. But you need to open the castle. Castle is really easy to beat because it really just comes down to breaking the castles. The second you break the castles in a castle setup, the enemy team is screwed. Like, the defense is screwed because they are relying so heavily on these castles for all of their positional play. So honestly, if you play against castles, just break the castles. Unless they're like so bad that that they're actually hurting the other team, which is the case in pretty much all copper and bronze lobbies. Okay, so we're trying to just sneak down red, no drone, walking through the whole map. We're lucky that there's nobody up here, and vertical play is pretty effective on the site. I guess Ash is up here, so we kind of know it's clear, so this is actually not too bad of an option. I would prefer to see you like drone this because, again, we're in a disadvantaged gunfight, and as you can see here, why is this a disadvantage? He's holding a head glitch. He can see your whole body, and it's Doc, and he's already ready for you. So just walking through the map aimlessly is not a good strategy. I don't think I need to say that, but a much better solution there is just going with your team through the breach, using your flashbangs. If you flash window and you flash bunker, you can push off that, kill the windows guys, kill the bunker guys. Just push off the flash. I mean, flashbangs are like literally the best secondary gadget in the game. You just need to use them properly. Lurking through the map is not the play. All right, we're going for a bakery take this time. Your team did end up winning the round, which is good. I like this. I think you should be going small window though, because for the exact same reasons. You can open this castle, you can open this wall, right? You can use 2 Hibanas on this. You can open this, and if they shoot, like, do a test run, okay? Do a bait with your pellets. Do 2 pellets on this castle, okay? You've done the 2 pellets on the castle. Firstly, you can drone. You can either drone this out, see what's going on, or you could just shoot 2 more pellets on this castle. See if anyone shoots it. If someone shoots it off, you know there's a guy here. So what do? You do it again. You flash the rotate so this castle can't push through on you. You flash bottom red. You hop in off that flash, you fucking fry this Mozzie, you fry whoever is down here, and then this is all good because you have the advantage in these gunfights, especially off that flash. Now, if there's a guy bottom red, there's probably not a guy holding this as well. I mean, this is a decent angle. This is another advantage of these red holes is you can hold these angles on here, but look, this guy's not looking at the window. He's not paying attention. He's walking away. Like, very easy gap to hit. And the more you can make these gaps and use your utility to force your way into areas like this and take advantage of the fact that there are these weak portions of the setup, the more you will just completely destroy a defense. Like, if you get that control, you're basically going to win the round, or at least you're going to get a kill or 2 and have a huge positional advantage and probably win. But instead, we are taking disadvantaged gunfights yet again. We are peeking into a guy with cover and hoping that he doesn't shit on us. Like, that's not how it works. You have breach charges on again, bro. Bring flashbangs. You flashbang this guy. Look at this drone. Look at this drone. You know what you just learned? Oh, there's nobody holding me from here, and this guy's stuck behind the rack. Imagine if you had one fucking flashbang, dude. You throw it over the rack, he's fully blind, you sprint in because you're a 3 speed, and then you shoot him in the side of the head. It's really that easy. It's so easy. But instead, you're peeking over this rack, hoping he doesn't move when you get off your drone, and just raw dogging it into the bomb site. And even worse, you went through the rotate. If this guy's just not a bot, you're dead. Like, you got to get up on the wall and then move this way. It doesn't work like that. Oh my god. You're making the game 10 times harder for yourself than it needs to be. The info is good, though. The info is really good. That's one thing that you're doing really well is you're gaining the info. You have the drone, and you're making a play off the info. Then you're gaining the control. You're getting the info again. That's what you want to do. You're just missing the one pillar that is so important, which is utility. Like, you have the info. You have the map control and the aim. To a certain extent, you have the map control. Like, you're halfway there. But you're really, 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 really missing the utility. And the second you bring up that pillar of your game, you're gonna see, like, this unified version of your game that's gonna be so much stronger. Like, you could easily get to high diamond, maybe even champion, if you just figure out how to actually use your utility well. Because utility is literally it's just free kills. Like, you're just missing on free kills, but instead you're trying to take a gunfight every single time. Like, this is another gunfight you're taking a gunfight, you're taking a disadvantaged gunfight, you're taking another gunfight, but you're never using utility to get free kills. You're never, like, why take a gunfight when you can just remove the possibility of a gunfight altogether? Like, imagine that Doc on red stairs last round. Imagine we just don't have to fight him because we droned him and we have a flashbang, and you just flashed him, and now he has to run, and you get that position. Now you have head holes through sight, etc., 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 etc. It is just this ball that keeps rolling. You planted with no cover. That was actually insane. Now imagine you just open this wall. Imagine you use your utility, because what happens when this wall is open? Imagine this guy's holding an angle onto the double door. What happens? This maestro dies. He can't push up. They can't push up. They can't push up because he's holding this angle over the rack with cover, with head holes, and now they can't do this. But he's trying to cover from here, which is really awkward because he can't really peek this safely because there's so many spots he can get peeked from. He tries to peek this to kill the maestro. Maybe the bandit shoots him in the face, or maestro kills him because that's the only thing he he has to worry about. More holes equals more pressure equals more cover equals easier to win, okay? Use your utility, dude. Use your utility. This is like if a copper just only focused on aim. Like this is what I'm watching, like a copper who learned how to aim right now and learned the maps. Like that's all it takes to get to Emerald, apparently. We're picking 0. Oh God, it gets worse, boys. It gets worse. We're picking 0. I mean, to be fair, 0 does play into how you play, which is he has no pushing utility anyway, so maybe this is a good thing. I mean, you got a good gun. You can crouch walk around the map still. You're not getting any value out of utility already, so you're not going to get any less with 0, to be fair. Dear Lord. Dear Lord, you're wasting all your time. Average 0 player and spawn with a minute left. All right, we're finally onto the roof. We haven't used a single camera. A third of the round is gone. Almost half the round is gone. Wait, we're still on the roof. There's still time to get to half a round. Oh, okay. We haven't used a piece of utility. And 1 minute and 21 seconds. Wait, we still haven't done anything yet. We still haven't done anything. Oh my God, he's gonna make it. Oh my God. Open the window, quick, you have 2 seconds. Yep, there it is. A minute and a half. Half the round, and you have done literally nothing. You sat and spawned for a minute, you rappelled to the roof, you did nothing on the roof, you walked around the roof, you got on a rappel, and then you rappelled around the building. You didn't open a barricade, you didn't add a single piece of pressure, you didn't use a single drone, you didn't use a single 0 cam, you didn't use a single hard breach tool, you didn't shoot a bullet. Nothing. Nothing happened in a minute and a half. That's unacceptable. You're an Emerald. You're an Emerald Rainbow Six player. That is not acceptable. You need to do something. You didn't even open the window to get your drone in. There we go. Okay, so a minute and a half, and we have opened a piece of a barricade, and we're about to finally drone. All right, great. We know there's a guy cocktail. Great, now what? You have no utility to actually rappel in here. Imagine you had a flashbang, you just flash that guy and rappel in. That could work. You haven't used a 0 cam yet, so I still don't know why we're picking 0. It's just pissing me off. Nice, we rappel in with no info. You know what the problem with this is? He can hear you. He can hear this. It's loud. This guy, okay, he can't hear you because he's dumb. Anyone else can, though. You just rappelled in with no utility. Nothing. Like, just do it off a single piece of utility. It's quieter, you get an advantage, they're disoriented, whatever, and then you sprint it and die. Okay, so this is what I mean. We gotta react to the situation here, boys. This is a good kill. He shot the drone, but instead of just aiming, like where can you die from? Ask yourself this question. Freezer and white. So you aim at white and then you check freezer. Like you're in here, you aim white, check freezer, he's there, you slam that guy, now you're in the site, you can plant the bomb, you don't have the bomb, but you also just didn't even, I don't even know, man. I don't even know. Not a single piece of utility was used except for one drone. And that's good. Use your drones. But why pick 0? Like why? Like why are you picking, what is the plan? What is the game plan? I'm not seeing any sort of forethought. And that's really what you need in this game is the forethought to be like, you need one of two things. You don't need forethought, but if you're not gonna use forethought, you need versatile operator selection and unique abilities. So you need versatile gadgets and utility, or you need forethought and a plan. If you're gonna play 0, that's fine. You can play 0, but you need to know exactly what you're gonna do from the start of the round. You need to know that you're going to open up pillar window, shoot a 0 cam in here, then you're going to rotate around and rappel up and shoot a 0 cam onto this wall, and then you're going to go to the roof and shoot a 0 cam, fucking, I don't know, down here or something from these windows or whatever, and you should know where all your 0 cams are going to be so we can maximize the efficiency and get those things done before a minute and a half of the round is gone. And then you can get on all the cams, shock all the defaults, there's no defaults now, you have lots of info, and you've gotten use out of your gadget. But instead, what I'm seeing is, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm just picking 0 and using the MP7, which is like, you're not getting any sort of advantage that way. And the whole way to get better is just stack advantages, maximize advantages, get more advantages, advantage. It's a game of chance, really. At the end of the day, you can stack every advantage so that you have a 99% chance of win, but guess what? You can still lose. But if you have a 99% chance of win every single game, you're not going to lose half your games. You're going to lose the odd game, right? You're going to lose the odd round, or maybe, you got unlucky and lost a bunch of the odd rounds. This is why I recommend shooting drones, by the way, because if you're chasing all the drones around with Mozzie Pest, they're just going to keep their drones alive and still have that info. Just shoot them in the prep phase and then, use them as a drone denial op. Another inefficient prep phase we just watched here, guys. Very sad. Very sad. All right, so we have a drone. Let's see if he gets any value out of Mozzie here. Now, based on what we've witnessed so far, my question is, why are you not playing Valk? You could have these Valk cams set up already. Valk is not banned. It's not like you stopped any drones. You would have 3 cams, which are way more useful. You still have a C4. You have a better gun. Like really, we're playing Mozzie right now as weak Valk, which I do have a problem with because I don't think Mozzie's that good, and everybody picks Mozzie and just to be a shittier version of something else. And again, why do that when you can stack the advantages? The more info you have, the more advantage you can gain, the more plays you can make, the smarter decisions you can make. We're sitting on a cam and piano. What is this doing for us? What is sitting on this cam doing? You can't play off this. You can't do anything with this. If you're underneath, you can see for them, but you're not underneath. What are you gonna do? Like you're in freezer. What, you're gonna see the guy in the window? Call out that he's on the window? I guess. Are you calling out? I don't know. I mean, your teammates might just start peeking him and dying because you're calling it out, I guess. We're not checking any other cams, so we're not gaining as much info as we could. We're stacking on. This is really bad. This is really, really bad. This wall is soft. Your teammate just punched it, and now you're getting on cams in the middle of the soft wall. And if he sees your teammate cross back like he did just now, if he sees your teammate going this way, he might start wallbanging and just kill you. I'm just really, really confused as to what we're doing here. Like, we're tunnel visioning on a guy on a rappel, but you can't do anything about this guy on the rappel, so why are we so focused on them? The only way you can do something about these guys is if you come play Pixel and wait for them to rappel in and pre-fire off it, or you hold shop. But, like, knowing they're there doesn't help you win. There's no possible way you're landing that shot. That is insane. There's no way you're doing that. If anything, you're saying, I'm right here, shoot me through the wall. Like, you don't want to say that. You don't want to die. That's just gonna kill you. Holy shit, dude. This is crazy. This might be worse than some of the coppers we've seen. Actually, it is worse than some of the coppers we've seen. I'm not gonna lie. The copper last week had better gameplay than this Emerald player. I'm sorry to I don't know. Rank 2.0, man. I guess that's just proof that rank 2.0 is crazy. C4 from below. This would be a great reason to play the C4 from below. This is why Valk would be good. You could set up your cameras ahead of time in prep phase, have more info for the bomb site as well, right? You throw a cam up here, you have info for the site, you have info for piano, and then wherever they push, you've got a free kill from below with the C4, and then you can rotate up and play off the info from the cams for the rest of the round. You're doing that, but you're doing it with one cam, and you're doing it in a way that you're not able... Disadvantages, brother. Disadvantages. That was a good C4. Nice. Yeah. Nice. Good C4, but you should already be dead, to be fair, based on the way you're standing. Like, you're stuffing your face in a soft wall and then shooting bullets through it. Like, if they just shoot back at the wall, you die. Disadvantage gunfight yet again, because you're peeking into the angle instead of holding it. Your teammate's holding this. You don't need to hold this. You need to hold the guy on site who's about to take site.
10 seconds.
This is confirmed worse than most of the coppers in Spectating Nightmares. There's 5 seconds, brother. You don't have to sprint at people with 5 seconds left, guys. This is the epitome of Rainbow Six Siege garbage slop. We are always running at people with 5 seconds, like, I gotta get the kill, last kill, gotta get him. This is what the attacker has to do, okay? This guy has to run at you or plant. You don't have to run at him, and you're running into a fuse charge to make it all worse. See how Smoke is doing it right. If you did what Smoke did here, you will not lose this round. It's impossible for you to lose this round if you played how Smoke did, because you're just 2v1ing this guy, and then you lost. Oh my god, you lost a round. Oh my god, it's over. I'm sorry, man. This might be the worst Emerald gameplay I've ever seen in my life. Go learn how to play the game by watching my guides, and subscribe for that epic banger Rainbow Six Fundamental video coming out Saturday. See you next time, guys.